Finally, let's build this one here. This is the toughest one, but after I'm done, you'll see it's actually not too bad. Let's call this one bracket. Now I've created it already because I wanted to show you this cool feature here on the side. This here is called the rollback bar. So if I click on that, I can move this to any point in the story of my part. You remember we talked about how on the left side, this is like the story of your part, starting with that first sketch, the extrusion, second sketch, its extrusion, and so forth. And I can rewrite the story by double-clicking on any of these things and changing the values. I can also use this rollback button to kind of see what did I do to get to where I was. So as you see, as I move this back, it's taking me back in time, you could say. So here's my first sketch that I extruded. And then from that extrusion, I created a second sketch on top of it and extruded it. And then I used this function called thicken, and I'll explain that when we get there. And then from there, I created another drawing here. I extruded it, and another sketch here, and extruded those holes in. Ended up with my final two holes here that I extruded through part way. All right, now that you saw how I did it, let's go and actually do it. Create document, and again we'll call this bracket. I'm going to call it bracket 2 because I made my other bracket already. Now again, we're not concentrating on dimensions. We just want these things to look good. Dimensions will come later. So here it is. It starts out with that rectangle. I'm going to go from a side view, kind of like this is here. So I'll start on front and sketch. And again, you can go sketch first and then choose front, or however you want to do it. Flatten P to get rid of the work planes. And now let's make our rectangle. Okay, it looks pretty good. It looks like I actually need to grab this and drag. Oops. Need to grab this line, drag it up a little bit. There. Now, I'm going to use this sketch fillet. And yeah, it looks like it needs to be just a little bit more. Not quite that much. Maybe about like that. And again, the one I set here, the rest will follow. There. Looks good. Accept the sketch. Turn it a little bit. And let's extrude. The thickness of this extrusion isn't quite that much. I'm going to bring it back just a little bit. And accept that. All right, now I'm going to select this surface, new sketch, N to flatten. I'm going to move this up a little bit. And now I need to draw this outer design. To do this, I'm going to first create a circle. If I go to the center of this arc here, I can start my circle from there, and I'm going to bring that circle all the way out to the edge. See that, how I can just touch this edge and it'll bring it right out to it. I'm going to do the same here. If I don't touch the edge, I don't know where exactly to bring, but we need to get it exactly to that edge there. All right, now we need another circle down below. So I'm going to go to the center here. I'm going to go up, use my marching in. Incidentally, this thing here bothers me. It's called the origin, and I usually turn it off. It's a good tool for certain things, or a good help for certain things, but for this we don't need it. So I'm going to go to the center of this line here. I'm going to go up my marching ants. I'm going to go about there. Does that look right? Not quite that far. Try it again. Down to here. And I'm going to go maybe about there. All right. And I'm going to go to that edge. Okay, looks good. Now, lines. I'm going to go from the outer edge of this. So I'm going to select, I'm going to go right about, there. Yeah, come on, right there. And I'm going to go right to here. Now, if you see off to the right, those two little shapes, they're kind of appearing right here. Okay, those shapes up here, the one means it's tangent. It's just a geometry term that means that this line here is going to connect or going to touch at the very outer edge of this circle. Not here, not over in here, but in the very outer edge. So you see when that tangent symbol, again, right here, tangent, watch for that symbol. See that when it shows up? Right there. It means I've hit it. I've hit the tangent mark. And escape. Another line. And I'm going to start right about here. And there it is again, tangent. Perfect. Looks good. Now I wasn't able to get my tangent started up here. So that's going to leave me with a little problem. Let me hit escape so you can better see what I'm getting at here. I'm going to zoom in right to this area. Do you see this? How my straight line kind of jumps over the circle line. We need to get rid of one of these. We're going to have problems. So I'm going to trim this outer piece away, just like that. See that? And I'm going to trim this outer piece away here as well. I didn't quite get those tangent with these circles. That's why. These are perfect, though. All right. Now, let's take a look at our drawing. I've got this here, and I need a line up here. It looks like I have a line, but I really don't. But watch this. I'm going to select this edge. I'm going to right-click, use. That'll turn it into a line. That is a really cool function. So select that edge, right-click, and use, and it'll bring up to our sketch that edge, and it'll turn it into a line. Okay, I want to get rid of the excess. So I'm going to trim that. I'm going to hit escape. I don't need this in here, so I'm just going to select it and delete it. Now I'm going to use a really cool function called offset. Offset, I click on it. I want to go in and just a hair more, like that. And I'm going to click on this one, next, this one, hit enter, looks good. Now I need to trim away, actually, no, I need to create another offset here. So we have our offset command selected already, and I'm bringing it out just a little bit more, hit enter, looks good. All right, now let's trim. I'm going to trim here, 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 and here. Okay. Now the rest of this stuff I could trim away too, but I don't really need to. But yeah, we'll just leave some of it so you know what I'm talking about. Okay, I have a fully enclosed shape now, so I can accept my sketch. And because it's fully enclosed, there's no open loops here. I'm going to select, and it will select that area. And as you guessed, I'm going to extrude it. Now I need to extrude it high enough. Maybe something like that. Okay, the reason I wanted to raise this up high enough is because, as you're going to see in a moment, I need to raise this up to a certain height as well. Yeah, it doesn't look like it's up quite as far as I have it. Well, maybe it is. It looks all right. Okay, so next step is to bring this surface up just a little bit. Okay, here's that cool function I was telling you about. Select the surface, and then you're going to find this. It's called thicken. Now, it might be hidden underneath the enclose, the thicken. But when I click on this, the area, the face that I choose, I will move this over. comes up the distance that I put in. So I'm going to go, I don't know, I'm showing 0.5, and I have to, after I put in the value, let's look at it again. Now it looks like it goes up a little more. Let's go 0.65, and I'm tabbing away from that. That looks pretty good. So do you see what happened? Is it brought that surface up. I selected the surface, hit thicken, I entered a value, and then brought it up that far. All right, next, let's build this piece here. To do that, I'm going to select this, new sketch, and end to flatten. And there's my circle. Because I already have a circle here, which has a center point, I can start from its center point. I'm going to drag it out, so I got to drag it all the way out to here. And I'm just going to touch this point. But I'm also going to drag out another one for that center part here. All right, I'm going to accept that. And now I'm just going to select this, right-click, extrude, and I'm going to bring this up just a little past. Let's see how far. Doesn't look like it's too far. That looks pretty good. Maybe back a little bit. And there we go. It's looking real good. Now let's put our holes in, and we'll be done. So let's start with this. I'm going to select this surface, right click, you know the drill, new sketch, N for flattening it, my circles. Looks like I could just use the center of this arc here for that circle. Looks like I'll go out kind of one, diameter one. And I could use this one there, and I'll just get close to that diameter again. Not too concerned about dimensions, just practicing making shapes and using the different functions. All right. I'm going to select both of them, right click, uh-oh, our extrusion is gone. Again, that's all right, we just use the button here. I don't know why they do that. I must think I'm trying to do something else. And I'm going to go remove. Now if you look at this, it's subtle, but it doesn't go all the way through the part, it only goes into the part a certain distance. So it looks like it accepted it, or the one that it defaulted to is pretty close, and I'll accept it. There. Now, new sketch here, end flatten. I'm going to zoom in a little bit, and circle. These look like, it looks like it uses this as the center. Do the same, maybe about one, and I use my drawing aid over here. Now I can't get this arc to show up to give me the center of it, so I could just kind of guess, out into here, but I want to explain this first. I'm going to accept this because these two surfaces don't touch. It assumes I'm just building through this surface. So I need to create a sketch on this one. Hit N, and again, there might be a better way of doing this. I don't know, but this works. And I'm going to create that circle using its center point of that arc. And right about there, and click OK. Now, let's finish this up. Select both, right click, nope, it's not there. Extrude, remove, make sure it's going all the way through, looks good, and there it is, our bracket. Looks pretty good.